So, Hytale finally released, and as a crafter, I had to check it out for myself. I played the game for 100 days to give you an in-depth look at what the game offers and explored all that I could, acquiring the best armor in the game, building my own cabin in the woods, and visiting all major biomes and dimensions. As someone who was on Hypixel the day this game dropped, I've been waiting 7 years for this, and I'm excited. So sit back, relax, and enjoy 100 days of not Minecraft. Day 1 of Hytale, brand new game. I have no idea what I am looking at right now. Okay, this is cool. Pick up stone rubble. I'm already stealing stuff. Oh, good. Give me all this. Give me, this is probably useful. Oh my word, the game looks so good. Oh my word, we're actually in Hytale. I've been waiting since the trailer for this game originally came out back in 2018. I've been waiting for this game, and I'm so excited to play. Wait, can you punch trees? Okay, I'm not punching birch trees, tell you what. I'll punch this thing. Are you supposed to be punching this? All right, hold on. Oh my word, there's tree feller. Okay, that I was not expecting. There's tree feller. Fantastic. Is this still going in my inventory? Okay, it is. Nice. Other than the fact that I don't have to worry about modding this game, my first impressions are pretty high. I discovered the map system, which is gorgeous, and just went on my way. I figure I'll need a base of operations for the vid, a home, if you will, and I wasn't too keen on building next to spawn. Out in the wild, I ran into, wild berries, a solid early game food source that was plentiful, but I also noticed a gathering of trees in the distance that already looked like a structure. Dude, is this a tree house? It's just a tree house here. Can I live here? What is that thing? Are you a friend? Am I getting murdered? Hello? Oh, hey, man! Trade? Wait, he's like a villager. I can trade wild berries for essence of life. Oh, wait, no, I can buy stuff with essence of life. Oh, I can buy dough and salt and stuff? That's so sick. How have I immediately discovered villagers? Well, one thing's for sure. If it's at all like Minecraft, they'll have stuff to steal. And sure enough, I can steal. Ha ha ha, just like Minecraft. I have found the village and I am immediately stealing from them. Yo, what up? These little Quebecs, yes, that's actually their name, are none the wiser. I'm glad that even when switching games, I can run into these simple-hearted villagers that can't say no to theft. I made it out of there with a bunch of crops, blocks, and a brand new sword, the crude sword. Clearly an early game item, but since I have no idea how to craft yet, this was perfect. I carried on with my search for a home while simultaneously stumbling upon a dash mechanic with the sword. If you hold it down, you actually charge it up and boost forward. Super helpful for movement in a game where they don't seem to have any. It did make getting to the perfect spot for my house much easier. This lake. I'm hoping Nelly, the Loch Ness monster, lives here. But scouting around, I noticed we were, of course, next to a village, and perhaps an encampment of ogres, but we can ignore that for now. Because as it became night, I settled on a clearing in the forest for rest, which would have happened had a bear not lived there. He got too angry that I got a little too close, which started our first brawl. Oh! He does so much stamina. Dude! Okay, this bear's insane. New game and a new age, because even in death, I don't have to restart my world. How wonderful. Although I do spawn at the actual spawn, so I have to make all of that trek again. But I did it at night because I deserved it. I died. Call it the walk of shame, if you will. I made my way back to my quote-unquote home and slept in a stolen Quebec bed for the night. Is that what is that? Is this like a ghoul on the ground? Oh, it just jumped into the ground. Okay, not a fan of whatever the heck that is. Day 2, off to a great start, as you can tell. Of course, I want to get to work on my home, clearing out the area of trees and shrubs, but a big mama still lurked out and about. After experiencing one fight with her, it was inevitable I'd win this one. I already knew her moves. Oh, we did it! We killed him! Oh, what is this? My sword's glowing. What does this do? Oh, wait, R? Hold on, is this just gonna like rampage me on this bear? I could get rid of the bear problem. Okay, bad idea. One hit and I'm dead. One hit and I'm dead. Nice, solid hit. Nice, that 11 is really good at the end. We need to hit 3 times every time. Nice! Oh, we killed the bear. Let's go, the land is mine. We can finally get to work on setting up shop. Firstly, I made a workbench, but let's be real, it's a crafting table. Inside, I can see tools, weapons, and other interactable items I'd have to make. Like the furnace, where I can't cook food, but I can smell ores. So this is a tier 1 furnace, and for tier 2, I need all of these ingots. I'm assuming that's cobalt and thorium, and then iron and copper. So we need to find all of those ores to upgrade it. What about this workbench? This, I need 20 iron, 30. Dang! We need a lot of mining. Like, we have to do a lot of mining, it looks like. Off jump, I didn't know how grindy Hytale was. I hadn't seen anything on the game. So before setting out for the caves, if those even exist, I placed down a few logs as an outline for our house. Honestly, just wanting to make sure that building is at least similar enough to Minecraft. That way I can pull off a sick base. Furthermore, I made a couple more tables, the blacksmith and tanning rack. This allows me to take my hide, dry it into leather, and then combine it all up for a goated blade. Okay, let's craft our first iron sword. Easy. Day 2 iron sword. Very nice. With this bad boy secured, we headed out, or in. I found a cave near the base, so I'm glad that they exist, and headed straight down. The atmosphere was amazing, and I spotted copper right away. The ores look so cool, but so do the enemy models. Well, at least when they're not attacking me. A goblin was waiting for me down here, but he was absolutely nothing in comparison. That's right, I'm hyping myself up on a new game. I'm cringe. Oh, and if you were curious how this video was made, I streamed it over on my Twitch. I plan on streaming a lot more, and if I like it, move it over to YouTube. So go follow over there. Anyway, back to the video. After facing off with this game's version of a zombie, I dived deeper, grabbing up all of the ores I could. The mining mechanic in this game is stellar. It'd have to be, considering the grind for all of the resources is intense. Oh, are these dead people? Is there a giant spider in here? I don't like this. Okay, I'm hearing stuff I don't like. I just want copper. I will commend the devs for how spooky and scary it was in here. However, that didn't stop me from constant mining. I was near 100 copper by the time the game gave me its first warning to leave. What is that? What the heck was that? Y'all saw like the green ghoul thing, right? There was like a weird octopus flying through the sky Squidward style. I was enjoying my time not having to deal with anything down here, and then that showed up, and now I'm nervous. I didn't listen and continued my work, like an idiot. Because even though the further I went down, the better the loot got, so did the creatures. Terrifying creatures. Oh, it's a stone coffin. Well, I sent that guy to his death because the devil is down there waiting for him, and we are leaving. We are out of here. I am not going any further. Returning to the surface, it was nice and sunny, a beautiful day in Hytale, if you ignore whatever the heck we just saw down there. At base, I got my ores a smelting and noticed that cooking with wood generates charcoal, and then you can actually use that charcoal to smelt later. That's so much more realistic and I love it. Now looking at the weaponry here, I like the look of the daggers, man. The daggers look like fun. So we're gonna keep, why not? We'll keep a pair of daggers on us as well. And then I know the sword is like good for movement. Like, see that right there? That's just generally good for movement. Feels pretty clean too. Do the daggers have a sick move? Oh, you can pair it with a jump and like go further. W. Very, very nice. All that PvP tech info I'll use later, because now that I'm home and my copper is smelting, it's time for a house. I started placing in a structure of basic logs with a 3x3 area left empty to then fill in with cobblestone, which of course I didn't actually have. I'm just making more work for myself. Thanks, me. Then I filled in the rest of my house and I have a box-like structure. Looking into the builder's workbench, I noticed a slanted roofing block, unlike anything we have in Minecraft, so I had to attempt to use that. They honestly looked amazing. I never thought that we would get some sort of shingle block in a Minecraft type game, but Hytale did it right. But that's not the only thing Hytale did better. Oh, what the? Whoa, there's vertical slabs? Are these 100% of the time vertical though? Oh, that's sick. Oh my word. And Minecraft has lost. They have vertical slabs. GG. I then used those slabs the next day to make our roof, which slanted all the way up into a point. Not the greatest move by me, as I can tell odd houses are going to be much harder in Hytale. So I used a different block to fix that problem and started filling in the roof with the rest of the shingled cobblestone, finishing the house and calling it good as it looks bare bones but medieval. Okay, How do we feel? How do we feel about that? Ooh, I think we like it. I think for a first house in this game, the very first time I'm playing it, this is pretty good. I might do like this on either side. Every other block feels more medieval. This game feels more medieval to me. I think this looks good. I'm happy with that. This is our house, our first house in Hytale. It looks so good. Okay, what's the space we got inside? All right, this can be worked with. For the first house, this can be worked with. In my haste to create the interior, I did find something out. Is there another light source in this game, I wonder? Wait, what did that say? Find the Forgotten Temple to learn more. Gotta find the Forgotten Temple, apparently. Now, I wasn't too interested in that at the time, because house. But on the map, there is a Forgotten Temple location, so I'll be heading there later. For now, I separated out the 2 floors with slabs and logs, replaced the dirt floor with a mossy cobble and regular cobble one, made a staircase leading to the next floor, and got to work moving in all of my gear that I left outside. So we have 2 floors. We've got probably the crafting area down here, like crafting stuff. So we can take our workbench. Maybe we run workbench like this, and then we have 2 sides. I think the tanning one we should actually keep outside. Oh, what the heck are you? There's a ghoul out here. Okay, what in the heck? Essence of the Void. So there's like creepy crawlies out here. Hold on. Take them on. Let's do it. Pop this. Pop this for regen and instant health. And then... Nice. The iron daggers are crazy. Nice. Get these freaks away from me. What is that? Is it a goblin? Yo, what up, beast? Oh, he's got a sword. I might be going inside my house now. Oh, into the house we go. Can I cheese him in here? Yeah. Come to my doorstep, buddy. You can't get in. He's like patiently waiting his turn. Look at him. He's trying. He's trying so hard. I love him. Bye-bye, sir. Nightly disturbances aside, I can tell my house is going to get crowded. Ooh, that looks sick, dude. Okay, what do we got armor-wise? We got iron helms or this. How do we... Oh, okay, we need to unlock this by making the higher end of this workbench. And we need specific logs for it, medium leather, and bone fragments. Dude. So a copper helmet is 6 copper. We're gonna run that. Copper chest is 11. I need plant fiber. I'm assuming you use the plant fiber to kind of tie it together. So we got this. Nice. And then we've got gauntlets. Okay. Oh, there's no shoes. So the gauntlets and then the pants are the shoes. Oh, and we can make a shield too. That would be useful. Bang. And then we put the shield in our... Oh, okay. So we can equip it like a torch. And then, oh, it's probably a way better block, huh? Woo! I'm liking this. Acquiring the new gear really made me want to go on the hunt for that Forgotten Temple. But I still had stuff to move inside. Don't want any goblins stealing my chest full of totally organized stuff. But after discovering bows and making the copper version, we were off. The compass atop your screen actually shows you where this temple is. Not that I didn't still have to use the map once or twice. But we made it. Inside was pretty cool, but that's when I saw basement stairs. Right away, I spotted a golem blocking a large blue portal. He died. Then I went into the portal. Here we go. Edge of the Echo. Forgotten Temple. What the heck? This place looks sick. Oh my word. Look at that ring. Like, that looks sick. Yo, what up, man? Under construction sign to get an under construction sign. Spices, salts, and this right here. You've unlocked the memories features. When encountering creatures, you'll collect memories that will be stashed in your inventory. I believe right here. You'll collect memories. You can hold 48 of them at a time. And if you walk around, you'll see I am collecting memories of certain things. The dough, for instance. Every animal, enemy, and friend has a memory. I have to collect a bunch of them in order to unlock stuff like teleporters, backpacks, and hopefully more down the line. All stuff that will severely help me get towards my end goal for this game. I promptly left the temple and headed back home, already trying to get random memories as I went. Oh, there's a bird. Oh, I got the memory. Ouch! Don't do that ever again. Oh my word. Don't just go for a memory by jumping off an entire pillar and almost dying. Pretty sure that's common sense for everyone else but me. Sidetracked, day 12 started and I was off adventuring. I planned to go home, but being lost suits me. I immediately strolled up on a base of trolls. They were massive and could summon white wolves to help them in battle. But your boy is a goat with the copper gear, hacking and slashing away between all of their timed attacks. I'm actually starting to get good at this. With the populace knocked out, I opted for looting the place. I'm slowly becoming a pillager, finding food, ores, and armor that already equates to the next step up, iron. And in my looting haze, I've found my way to a new biome, the desert. In this game, major biome changes give you telltale signs that the difficulty is about to increase. So heading down into the golden steeps, I was way out of my league. What is that thing? Taking it down. Nice, good hit. Oh, these are bad. Oh, what am I getting hit by? No, the wasp finally came over, dude. Aw, I gotta go back there. I need my stuff. I will say, I'm thankful that you don't lose everything every time you die. That way I can still movement dash all the way back. I call this one the dash back of shame. Yeah, the names are getting worse. I did finally get my stuff, now knowing the severity of the desert. But instead of using my head and turning around, I opted to stay and mine. Wait, hold on, am I reading that right? We're 12 days in and I'm going for thorium? Yeah, okay, past me is dumb. Wait, what is this? Thorium ore. Ooh, wait. This is like the next step past iron, isn't it? Yo, I don't even have iron and I'm getting thorium. Well, heck yeah. Is this iron? There's just iron here in the desert. Dude, the desert's goated. All the ores I need are just chilling. But there's more ore. Stuff is just so in abundance here. Okay, fair enough. I deserve that. I deserve whatever this is. I deserve this, I think. I don't feel like I do. Wrecked nerd. What is going on? The entire thing is collapsing. After sleeping through the night, I was apparently convinced I needed this ore. So I stayed in the desert, more specifically in this skeleton-infested mineshaft in order to take all of its riches. I will say though, the copper pick was not the move. It actually broke while I was mining because there's so much ore. But all things come to an end, inventories fill up, and memory slots get maxed out. Okay, we should probably deposit these memories. We've got 42 out of 40. Yeah, okay. We're going. We're gonna go deposit these memories on our way home. Thankfully, y'all are already familiar with this place. We head in, the golem's back. We go through the wait, back up. The golem's back? He's dead. Now we go through the portal and deposit our memories. This time you get to see that we actually unlock 3 out of the 5 memory goals, giving us new decorations, backpack upgrades, and TP slots. We do be progressing out here, but I still headed home. All of my ores needed to smelt. I mean needed. I want thorium stuff bad. See, this is the issue. For a single furnace upgrade, I need 5 iron, 5 copper, 5 thorium, and 5 cobalt. That's just one of the upgrades. Crazy work, absolutely crazy work. All that means is I'm stuck waiting all night for my stuff to smelt, but I can explore other interactive blocks while we wait. Let's make the chef's stove and the farmer's workbench. Okay, what's in here? Hose and shears and chicken coops, fertilizer, bunch of seeds that we can make with essence of life. Okay. Oh, these can be turned into essence of life. And then what's the chef's stove? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. You can make fruit skewers okay. I really want to learn the recipe for some of these things. I have to go buy them though. I have to go trade. Any fish can be turned into raw fish. Any legendary fish? What? There's cheese, there's dough, there's flour, salt, spices, bread. Instantly restores 15% health. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. Day 16, I awoke with a great idea and a visitor. I'm thinking about making another blast furnace. That would be, whoa, sir. You know what? Bad. Easy, nerd. L dancing on the bear aside, I did make my second furnace. Even though it probably should have been 3, because I still had iron that I had to smelt ahead of the thorium. So while I waited, I did a bit of research on the late game tools and item. Mithril being the last of the bunch, which wasn't actually in the game yet, so we have to go all the way up to adamantite. That's gonna take forever, but my iron was somewhat done at least, so I can start making better gear. So we can do an iron helmet for 9. Dude, 16 for the chest? That's insane. Okay, we should focus on the chest plate then. Craft this. This will be first. Okay, we have the iron cuirass? I have no idea. And then I'll probably do pantaloons? Iron greaves. Give me these greaves. Ooh, okay. We're looking kind of spiffy now. At this stage, we're basically rocking full iron. And our next step up was thorium. We 100% need that to progress through all of the other biomes, especially if we want to get to the lava island. Unfortunately for me, it needs 2 things: medium hide, which is pretty hard to get, and venom sacs, which until now, I had been throwing out. I did do a little side quest just to figure out what gives medium hide. Turns out it's most of the dog type creatures like wolves or hyenas. Doesn't mean other animals weren't caught in the crossfire though. I'm sorry, Mr. Bear. They did lead me to a biome I needed for teleportation though. Are these Azure? These gotta be Azure logs, right? We need 100 of these, I think it said. Oh, there's a bear. Okay. Okay. Anyway, let me go back to my tree cutting, dude. He completely ruined my surprise of getting Azure. I'm assuming this is Azure. It is. Okay. I need 100. Bang. All the Azure we could ever want and or need. The next morning, since I was already so close, I headed back to the desert. We are a little bit more geared now, and I was pretty positive if thorium needed venom sacs, the desert would have to provide. Although memories did sidetrack me immediately. What the avian is that, dude? Hold on, maybe we go... Okay, this hyena, he's stalking me. Look at him. Bang. Bang, right in the face. Right in the face. Medium hide. Nice. Hold on, we're going over here, and we're gonna fly off this rock and get the memory of this weird guy. Okay, that didn't work whatsoever, tell you what. I guess I just need to wait around. Hold on. This has to be it. Oh, there we go. I got the vulture memory. Nice. Okay, back on task. Upgrades take dozens of new ores, and I'm still only rocking like 30 thorium back home, which means more mining. This mineshaft was full of iron and thorium, and I wasn't stopping until either my arm gave out or my inventory was full again. I already know each and every ore that I find is going to be used because of how grindy this game is already, but I will say I did find something funny out. When structures spawn, specifically the underground ones in the desert, they seem to block out the sandstone type of blocks that we have in Minecraft. So while 30 blocks down, I was just breaking miles of sand above me. It's like the world was falling out around me, which would have kind of annoyed me considering I was picking up a lot, but it revealed where all of the ores were. So it was a really helpful glitch. Eventually, the inevitable happened though. My inventory got full and we had to head back. Day 20, I opted for memory collection and general scoutery. Lookout time? What is it called? Data collection. Observationing. Adventuring. There we go. I figured it out. This strange turtle camel made me mad, so I murdered it. Then I found a new structure, once again full of skeletons. Thanks to my iron armor, I was only hit for a lot and feared for my life, leading to a logical escape. Holding my own with a bow up here feels like cheating, but this is clearly a game mechanic. Don't take it away from me, I would have died. Loot-wise, this place had absolutely nothing good but a stunning view. Further out into Australia, I discovered that bugs run the place, which makes perfect sense. There's like blue ore in here or something. I need to check this out. Is this ore or is this... What is that? What is that thing? Oh, I'm in the poo. What was that I saw? It like went into the poo. Look at it, it's right here. Nice. Oh, it died. Dude, this thing is pooing on me and I don't like it. Dude, these are so obnoxious. These are egg sacs? Oh, what the frick is this? Die. We're breaking these. These are egg sacs? For the queen? Dude, what is that thing down there? Okay, I'll find a queen. I'm doing it. I'm going down. Oh, that thing's creepy. Oh, it's got all the larvae in the world next to it. Yeah, kill it all, kill it all, kill it all. Oh, it's gross. It's so gross. Normally, I'd say, I can see why people don't visit. But look at the wealth. Dude, look at all these ores. What in the heck have I stumbled upon? This is like the best cave in the world. With greed driving me, I somehow stayed down under longer than expected. The returns, massive, to the point of me having no idea how I just kept shoveling stuff into my inventory. However, as I mentioned before, all fun things must come to an end, and we left the desert. Not without stopping at the Forgotten Temple to drop off some memories. Hello, memory thing. What is up? I got some more memories for you. Record another 38 in there. Watch it shoot up. Bang. Okay, we are so close to having 100 in total. That's not bad, honestly. We've only visited 2 biomes. We have all of the void spawn done, so these are all of the void spawns. Very nice, very nice. We're closer than we were on the livestock. We have no outlanders. We don't have a void taken. Predators, we're getting close to being done. There's 2 more I haven't seen, apparently. I'm assuming they're in the winter biome. There's a chance they're elemental. Okay, interesting indeed. Reptile, I'm assuming, yeah, that weird, the magma rhino toad. Yeah, that got creepy as all get out. Avian variety is pretty hard to get. Freshwater, same thing. Back home, we had an overwhelming amount of stuff to smelt up, over 100 thorium and almost double that in iron. The furnaces are going to be working overtime, but while they do, we've got enough to get our first table upgrade. So this is our first upgrade. Tier 1 workbench going into Tier 2. What the heck is even the essence of fire? Awesome. Gonna find that someday for Tier 3, but nice. Now that we have a Tier 2 workbench, we can make the Salvager's workbench. We need this desperately, and I think this will allow us to heal our sword up. Please allow me to save my sword. It's in need. Okay, input this thing. Wait, how do I repair it? Okay, so that's not what I thought that meant. I thought I would be able to use the repair kits, which are apparently being salvaged. Since I don't know how to use these, I may as well just turn them into scrap. I don't really care. Let's see, upgrade the Armorer's workbench to Tier 2. Bang. What is the Void Heart? I'm not looking forward to that. But we've unlocked Thorium, which we need medium leather for, and venom sacks. Ooh. Okay, we really need to go back to the desert. But before I once again return to the hottest place on Earth, I'd like to do a little bit more around the base. Now that we're upgrading the workbenches inside, I figure we upgrade the defenses outside. I came up with a massive circular wall that follows the outside of the house. Now this may not seem like an intellectual plan, but hear me out. Bears. They be everywhere in this forest, and my first death was to a bear. If they got the gang back together like in Phineas and Ferb, I'd be cooked. So the wall is a precaution. I staggered the height of the walls all the way around so nothing could get up here on either side, and discovered a pole craft that I could put at the highest points in order to really give it that keep out vibe. To further that idea though, I found the wooden spike trap. The next morning, guess what was placed all around? Well, at least till I ran out of wood. That's right, vampire repellent that doubly works on bears. So if we had 2 more venom sacks, we could actually do the entire thorium armor set. That's actually insane, because I really want it. I mean, it's better than, yeah, it's definitely better than iron. What's better than iron in Minecraft? Diamond? Is thorium diamond? And then once we have thorium armor, we'll go for cobalt so we can upgrade our furnace, because this thing is slow as. And then this is level 2 already, so getting this to level 3, we need a lot of cobalt. We need heavy leather, so we really got to kill a lot of stuff. Shadow weave scraps. I don't know how to get that, and I don't know how to get the essence of fire. That's okay, because this game's all about finding, right? No guides existed at the time, nor do I need one. Out on my own, I was once again hunting venom sacks, or better yet, snakes. Snakes were what in my mind had to have the venom sacks. And where are most of the snakes? That's right, the desert. Fortunately, if you even look at any other mob the wrong way, it wants your head, so I wasn't finding exactly what I was looking for. That led me into the next day, where I was hunting down Barry. You know, the bee movie, the bee guy, who led me to another troll encampment, which I used as combat practice. What is this place? Well, you know what, there's a bunch of trolls here, so we're gonna go with it. Nice, dead. What is that thing? Don't want to play with him. Nice. What is that thing? There's like a massive battle axe. Kill this mage. Very nice. He gave me boots. Interesting. Go what up, man. Enjoy the down there. Trolls always seem to have the most useless items. Oh, you see that in the top left, by the way? That's right. Again, I stream the making of this video on Twitch, so go follow me over there. Top link in the description. Sometimes the bees dropped other stuff, but I was still sticking with it, getting as many venom sacks from them as I could. What the? Oh, you're alive? Why are you alive? What the heck is going on? Other than chasing them around all day, I did discover a new location, a place of tranquility and lots of blue. What is that? Well, now we're gonna go check it out. Man of war. Oh, it's a jellyfish. You know what? Maybe we get out of the water. Other than that thing that's over here. Hold on. I saw something over here. What is that? There's like a whale. Yo, there's just a whale out here. There's multiple. What up, man? You chill, right? I'm back whale. Dang, this ocean looks sick. Looking at this water, I just want to live here. Like, we already have a house, but you can't tell me a beach house out here during the winter months wouldn't be lovely. Ignore the volcanic hellscape in the background, by the way. After many days of hunting down my prey, devastating many kingdoms. Do you guys have loot? I can be their king. I am your king. I declare foot massage. Anyone? Well, that didn't work. I didn't expect it to. Small chest, okay. They have poison sacks and arrows. W. And I can throw off my garbage, like all of this stuff. Another chest. Dude, they got poison sacks in here, and I'm happy about it. I'm very, very happy about that. I had achieved more than enough sacks of venoms to go home with. Stopping at the temple on my way. Hello, interact, and collect 22 memories. There they go, and goodbye. We've completed 2 full sections. We've got the Weeback guys, our traders, our little trader guys, and then the Void Spawner done. And then officially, we have Backpack Upgrade 2 in the workbench. So we definitely need to check that out, because if we can put a backpack on, then that would be sick. More spaces for more items. Getting back to base with a singular green ore in mind. Let's see here. So if we upgrade, what is it? This right here, we need 15 venom stacks. That's ridiculous. That's all I'm gonna say. But we're gonna do it anyway. So here we go. Upgrading the blacksmith's anvil to tier 2. Nice. Okay. Oh, we need essence of the void. We need 100 of them. Good thing I have 54. That's like a nighttime thing. And then we need essence of ice, and we need, okay, gotcha. But look at this. The thorium sword. We can actually craft it. I'm gonna. Bang. New sword just dropped, everybody. We got the thorium sword. Oh, it looks so clean too. Dude, we're massive upgrades right now, and I'm loving it. Let's make the thorium armor. Let's do it. Craft the helmet. Bang. There we go. The chest plate we need more leather for, but maybe we can do the gauntlets. We can do the gauntlets right now. Bang. Craft these guys. Okay. How much leather do we need in total? We need 6 for that and 7 for that. So we need 13 more, and we'll be able to make it. It's just going to take a minute. Wait, Thorium daggers. Yes, we can absolutely... Oh, wait, 2 leather? Can we spare it? Yeah, we can. Craft that baby up. Absolutely give me the Thorium daggers, dude. Oof. Please ignore the fact that I can't properly read and mispronounce the armor at the time of recording, because right now, I got the full thorium set, baby. If we were to equate this into an armor in Minecraft, I think it would probably be diamond, but let's be real, it's the emerald armor we always wanted. Now, of course, the next day, I had to test out my gear. The starting creatures were a thing of the past. Consider me too strong for the plains biome. And my tools? Don't even get me started on these bad boys. All the work that it took to get these puppies, and I'm chopping like it's clouds out here. Totally worth the effort. I even did a bit of testing on some respawn trolls who did not see the green sword coming. It's honestly too easy out here. Everything that hits me is a tickle. But in all of that testing, I still did a bit of grinding so I can make the Arcanist workbench and check out the teleporters. That's right, after my last memory dump, I can use these bad boys, so I won't have to walk ever again. Then I completely forgot about them the next day and walked back to the desert. Okay, just kidding, we aren't using them yet. I actually started my day by getting some wood for the farmer's bench upgrade. I figure since we're doing all of the stuff inside, we may as well do the farmer thing that's outside. I'm not forgetting about you, buddy. You're getting upgraded. There we go, now we can upgrade our farmer's workbench to tier 2, which is like tier 2 of 8. From there, I was able to get a better idea of how farming works in this game. It interested me, so I cleaned up the terrain around my house and made my first hoe. Then I used that to make my first farm, which I assumed would be a lot like Minecraft, in that it would stay here. Of course, I was wrong and will later regret this choice. Okay, here we go. We've got 2 farms going. What should we plant? We can put seeds in here, right? So like what seeds do we put? Here we go. We have cauliflower seeds, lettuce seeds, and we have wheat seeds. Oh, there we go. So we water them. Okay. Furniture workbench I haven't made. Hold on, let me make this thing. Ooh, Ooh, okay. So you can decorate the certain items. Here we go. Here's better light sources. Oh, you can make a lantern. You just need a candle. Then craft a couple of these up, and then craft 2 of these up. Nice. There are lanterns. This is so sick. This is good for the farm. Bang. Oh yeah, that's so much better. Okay, lanterns do so much more light. My word, that looks good. Wait, how do you know when these are ready to harvest? They grow really fast, which is good because after looking at the workbench requirements, I need so many crops. Oh, I get no seeds back from this. I just get the item, so I have to buy like 10 of those and like 10 of those. With these seeds, I learned the issue of a hoed field. The land changes back. You have to re-hoe it over and over again for each seed, which makes total sense for like a real life thing. But for a game, no, this is annoying. So yeah, all of the mature ones you just harvest and then you get life essence for. Then you can use that life essence to buy more seeds to get more life essence. This is a cycle. A never-ending cycle that throws you into farming, hoeing, planting, and watering. But this life bores me, for now. I have had loot on the brain for so long that I was ready for another adventure. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go for the winter biome here in a minute, but I need this guy, and I need to craft 2 portals. So I think this gives me 2. Nice, okay. Wow, I'm just holding it. I'm just walking around. Just walking around with this thing. Let's place it over here. That's where I think this would go. Let's run it right here. Okay, Bungus Shack portal activated. Now let's get going. We need to go find cobalt and other ores. And I don't really know where the winter biome would be. We don't have it on our map, so we're just gonna go... Well, if desert's down here, we're gonna go up here and hope we find it. Now, as I left, I made sure to unlock the backpack. It's an extra 9 slots, so I can stay in the winter biome even longer. However, I still don't really know where I'm going. I'm just hoping for the best, and that the winter biome is unironically north of me. I'm too far outside the map's range for it to actually show up. Go ahead, dude. I have thorium stuff too. Getting a lot of... Oh, we got the void heart. Nice! I think we need more than 1, but still, that's W. The next morning, I made it to what I thought would be a spruce tree, and I was wrong. Hytale, why do you do me like that? But it's okay, because on the mountain right behind it, the atmosphere changed and it was getting colder. Boreal Reach. Okay, we've officially made it to the snow, which means hopefully we'll start being able to find cobalt, and gold would be nice. I wonder if gold's here. Would be good. Maybe that's gold right there, or there. I can't tell. Ooh. Oh, our first cobalt. Look at that. Poisoned log, bone fragments, lesser health potion, and a rusty steel halberd. Well, we got our first cobalt. That's something. Well, look at this. Now this gotta be cobalt. Oh yeah, cobalt ore. Dude. All right, mining trip has started. This is gold, right? Heck yeah. We need all of this. I even found a place where there were like a bunch of ores and rocks that were spewing out of the ground. I mean, I'm here for cobalt, but honestly, I'll grab anything up at this point. Everything is useful. And now my main question at the time, because I didn't check before leaving, was how good is cobalt? Is it the same or better than thorium? Because it's also the ore of its own biome. Like, thorium is in the desert, strictly in the desert, and cobalt is strictly in the winter biome. Is the winter biome stronger than the desert biome? Are they equal? I really hope I'm not doing this to get the same set of armor again. But speaking of this winter biome, it had new mobs, like polar bears, which are far more aggressive than the measly bears in my forest. As for the skeletons here, they have their own stronghold, which I mistakenly thought would be free loot, not knowing the frost biome scales its damage. These bugs were hitting me left and right. I was losing health like it was the 2008 stock market. This was not good. But I pulled it together, taking on as many 1v1s as I could until only the archers remained, who clearly don't know what they're doing. Okay, we got 6 essence of ice, plenty of essence of the void. You know, now that we've made it here, maybe we should put our portal down. This castle doesn't seem to be too bad of a spot either. Just in turn, you get to come here and then you get to fight these things and get essence of ice. Oh, there's a wolf down here. Yo, what up, man? Yo, what up, man? How goes it? I apologize for that. The next morning, I remembered we actually made it here, and I have a teleporter. Teleporter, bang. This thing, warp, goes to Bungus house. Iceland. Save changes. Ooh, okay. What if I walk through it? Oh, we're at Bungus house. Oh, it's so good. And then we can do this, and we can link it to Iceland. Save changes. Oh, boom. Iceland. Yo, what up, bear? Nice, dude. Yo, what up, sir? I'm interested in a fight. Oh, Shadow Weave. I need those. Oh, I gotta fight those guys for the Shadow Weave stuff. All right, let's do it. Run a fade. Running fade time. However, my knowledge failed me, as these guys were not getting a fade ran on them. I was getting the fade ran on me. I ran away from my life and potioned up. I thought I was invincible. Turns out, thorium is only good in the desert. It's maybe closer to Minecraft's iron instead of its diamond, and I don't know what I'm doing yet. However, to make cobalt armor, I need Shadow Weave, and these guys have it, so I'm not leaving till I get it. The bow in this game is super helpful, allowing me to keep my distance before actually fighting. I still got low plenty of times. These freaks of nature just won't die, but no one goes unscarred in a war. As for this base we seem to be at, there was an entrance to it. I made the wrong call and went down it 'cause greed. It seemed to be a dungeon full of many different rooms, either having loot or creatures lurking inside. I was expecting some kind of boss down here, but no such luck. It was just ordinary mobs. I say the coolest thing about this place was its architecture. I can't wait to see what goes on in this place the next time I play the game. Creatures behind bars, maybe a magical wizard boss would be cool. Lore will hopefully drop, but for me right now, all I cared about were my riches. This should break out from under me, shouldn't it? Guess not. Hello. Oh, this. Oh, I was about to say this looks bad. Turns out it was a trap. Oh, we've re-emerged. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. Back to the real grind in this world. Cobalt. Every armor you make requires more of the ore, so even with what I have now, it's not enough. Thus, mining. Okay, there's like an entire city over here. Like, look at this. Look at that. It's like a whole city. Then there's a cave right next to it that I'm definitely gonna check out. What's this? Ooh, underwater cave. Well, hold on. Let me check this out, see if there's like a bunch of cobalt down here. Oh, enchanté. There's probably creatures down here too. Yeah, like these things. Ooh, cobalt, thorium, iron greaves. Now these caves were sick, having plenty of ore, alongside a few creepy creatures I was farming down here. Until the ice part of the cave faded away and I got too close to the center of the earth. A fire golem and his trusty toad tried to take me on. To no one's surprise, they ended up losing, but I did discover the fire essence which we needed earlier. So I stayed down here, fighting off more creepy goblins, that toad thing again, floating heads, and much more. All while still filling up my backpack with the sweet, sweet cobalt, till it was time to leave. Good to see that you can still dig up in Hytale, just like Minecraft. Back on the glaciers, I found some new skeleton friends, but the main win was just around the corner. Wait, penguin? Oh, penguin! Oh my goodness gracious. There's literally a penguin in this game. I love it. I love it. If I end up doing like another 100 days in later stuff where I've actually already kind of conquered the game, I am coming back and I am capturing a penguin. I may do it later in this video. I don't know how it's going to pan out though. That totally happens. Anyway, we can commend Hytale for putting the penguin in. Like, come on, dude. We need that in Minecraft. Like, just give me a penguin. I've been waiting forever. It lost the mob vote for some reason, and it's the cutest thing in the world. Dude, those are the most accurate arrows ever. Get out of here. Goodbye. Oh, wow. Isn't it great to be back? Isn't it just great to be back at home, not dealing with weird, creepy things? I agree. Now home, I can set my ores to smelt, which is like a 7-day process. But remember, if I do get these smelted, I can upgrade each furnace to their final tier. A goal I will soon get to, after making a fool of this guy again and dropping off another load of memories. Okay, how are our furnaces doing? Got some cobalt. Wait, I can upgrade this. Upgrade, tier 2. Bang, finally tier 2 furnace, which means I can craft, or I can put more in at once. Very good. Can't put that up there. Okay. I can make this one up here tier 2, I think. Hello, tier 2. And then that's max. So furnace tier 2 is max. That's good to know. To get this to tier 2, see, this is why we needed all those things. We still need the fire essence and more cobalt. And then we can get adamantite stuff. So we still need essence of fire, like a lot of that. What about this guy? We need 3 void hearts to upgrade this? Dang. That just means killing at night though. I guess it's not that crazy. We'll save it for the desert because the other item that we need to upgrade this right here, the sturdy chitin, this comes from exoskeletons of the creatures we find in the desert. So we'll go to the desert. That'll be our next stop, is the desert, so we can farm nighttime void hearts and daytime bugs. For now though, I got ores to smelt and organizing to do. For one, I took all of the food stuff outside to the farmland because that just makes sense to me. While also checking out the chef's stove, another table that I don't think will be too useful, as it takes more food than it's worth. Sticking to cooked wild beef could be wrong though, so day 50, I decided to do some farming, earning my way up to the hidden recipe offered in the stove. There, we're slowly growing our eternal crops, which just means they're forever there and give us more life essence. Speaking of, grab this stuff, as we are headed over to the villagers. See, the Quebecs sell a pie recipe that's surely better than any kebab in the chef's stove, so I want to buy it. Hello there, sir. What is up, my man? I need the apple pie recipe. I need greater essence. How do I get greater essence? Or how do I get that? Because these are good items. I would love to make apple pie because regen boost 3 and stamina boost is insane. But I don't know how to make greater essence. Oh, an amalgamation equivalent to 100 life. I don't belong here. I think I can get one though, so I can at least get that recipe. Craft. There we go. We have a greater life essence. Look at how cool that looks, by the way. That is sick. So we have one of these. Hopefully, I think it's only one, and we can trade it for that recipe. That would be nice. I'd love to be able to make apple pies. I need to. All right. You know what? Fair enough. I deserve that. I deserve to walk back and forth for not checking. Now, as previously mentioned, you get life essence from the collection of mature crops alongside with selling their final product back to the cart. So I remained at the farm, hoeing more land, planting more seeds, and watering them properly to grow them faster, all in order to walk my happy butt back to the Quebecs to trade in my emerald equivalent item for a recipe, which is when I learned the complication of that plan. Hello there, chef station. About that apple pie. Dough, apples, spices, and fuel. Oh, okay. It's not that bad. How do we make dough? We need flour, eggs, and a bucket of water. That's a long process. Okay. Basically what I'm hearing is I need to go steal chickens from the wild in order to make apple pies. I want you to know right now that doesn't happen. Temper your expectations, people. It's not that I didn't try. It's that I lacked the knowledge on how. Well, you'll see later down the line. Now, the next few days, I need more resources. I've stated this before, the game is a grind. I'm currently missing out on more chitin and essence of fire, 2 things we need to progress through my armor and some of the tables back home. One of those is found in the desert with the hive infestation. Honestly, the creepiest place on the map by far. Chitin, I think. That's what that was. Yes! Okay, we need 7 more. Probably a lot more than that, but we still need 7 at least. Yeah, we need a bunch of it, so I had to stick around. Oh, and I finally fixed the walking with your legs situation. All right, here we go. We're gonna put a portal right there. Interact. Name. Desert. I know desert has 1 S. I'm making it 1. Okay, there. So now we have this portal linked to Bungus Shack, and we should be at Bungus Shack. Perfect. Hello, Bungus Shack. I'm going back to desert with 2 S's. Oh, I'm at ice. Hold on. Let me go back to Bungus Shack. And now we change Bungus Shack to desert. Fantastic news. I knew I could do it. What I knew I couldn't do was go in this bungus hole full of creatures. I mean, tell me honestly, you see this place in a horror movie? Are you staying? No, because we have brains. Unlike all these larvae, I'm killing for free chitin. Wait, what's that green thing? Well, there's just more chitin on the floor. 2! Dude, that's enough to upgrade already. We're at 7. That's insane. Further into the beehole, I noticed the primo location for... Wait, no, not... Beehole is not what I mean bungus hole. Not the other thing. Wait, is that what a bungus hole is? Did I pull a Nemo and touch the butt? Is that a guy? Yo, I haven't seen this thing before. Okay, he's burning alive now. I feel sort of bad. What in the heck are all these things? Okay, we'll fight from afar. Oh no, I hit those toads. Those toads are actually mental. Kill it before it kills you. Okay, nice. The toads are the worst thing in the world. I won't even lie. But if you'll notice, the things down here had that fire essence, which led me to 1v1ing the strongest creature I've ever come across, the toad. For some reason, it's the strongest frog ever made. Then I found his master, Real Steel, who for some reason is way worse than the frog. I'd jump in the lava too if this was my legacy, dying to a bow. Speaking of legacy, after farming his steel toes for too long, I got greedy. Or jumped. I really can't tell what happened. Yeah, okay. So what do we call this walk of shame? The walk of pain? The walk of lame? The walk of disdain? The walk of disdain for a freaking frog? I got my stuff back. You know what we could do is we could set a portal in the fire area. That would be interesting. I feel like that'd be pretty cool. What do we name it? It's a fire area. Oh, you know what? I don't even know why I asked this. Another, Warps 2, Fungus Shank. Save changes. I knew I needed the cinder cloth scraps. Okay, we needed 4, 7, 11. That's 11. 14, 20. We got 21 for the armor. That is perfect. Literally couldn't have any better. Also, we now have 53 Essence of Fire, and wherever the heck our other chitin is, we now have 20 of it, and we needed 40. I gotta go back to the desert. I thought I needed 20 chitin, not 40 for that upgrade. That's insane. This is what happens when you get distracted by Shark Boy and Lava Girl down in the Nether. You forget the main mission, extermination. This hive was getting zapped today. I cannot allow this place to operate any longer. Hey, have you ever thought to wonder how the bugs kept popping up here? Wait, what is that? I can place meat? Anyway. Whoa, what am I looking at down here? Hold on, guys. What is that? What is happening? Guys, is that a boss? Did I summon one into existence? Is that a boss? It is. Okay, I'm not cowering. Dude, there's just a weird bee boss thing. She's summoning underlings. So many underlings. I just keep smacking away. She died instantly. I'm too good. Okay. She's dead. I assume the queen doesn't actually have a moveset yet, which is why the fight was one-sided. I did get a bunch of chitin from down here though, so good find. I used it back at base to upgrade my workbench to its final tier. Okay, so anvil, bang, we're making tier 3. Okay, it's maxed. We have a maxed anvil, or is this an anvil? Blacksmith anvil. Okay, workbench, tier 3, upgrade right now. Costs a lot of stuff. A lot of thorium, a lot of cobalt, a lot of heavy leather. Mostly a lot of fire essence, but that is now maxed as well. We can get any tool we want. The last upgrade I need to do is the armorer's workbench so I can do adamantite armor, which I'm working on when I go to the volcano biome or whatever it's called. We have enough cinder cloth for it. We just need the adamantite and heavy leather. My original plan was to dash around topside in order to find thorium in the walls or floor, which worked earlier in the video. However, now that plan just leads me to fighting more mobs. So I instead headed down through the bungus hole to find thorium. But apparently I was either blind or very unlucky because I couldn't find any. Which led me to the conclusion that the thorium I got before was pure luck. Because the only time I was able to find any was at the deepest part of the map, in hell. And since this development took me so long, I ended up missing one of my nights. But I remembered the next night so I could go hunt the void heart. Now the last time I got one, I was fighting one of these weird creatures at the night. It was a sword-wielding one, but I figured you could probably also get it from this flying octopus thing. But of course, I was still fighting everything I came across. Oh, void heart, nice! But we still need one more, and unfortunately, day broke. Alright, let's get out of here. Hello, home. Hello, I'm back. I did not get what you needed, and I am sorry. We can at least drop off one more. Not too bad. Not too shabby. And we can smelt up the thorium, which I know we're gonna need. While waiting, I sort of just did some research into armor, future upgrades, and how far I could get in farming with the time I had left. All until the pesky sunset, and I headed back to Australia. One more void heart, guys. One more void heart, and I can finally do that upgrade. This time, it came far easier than I thought, though, falling off of the first flying Squidward I fought, now allowing me to return back home for the upgrade. Okay, armor, workbench, tier 3. This is the last tier, right? Nice. Okay, we can craft adamantite. When mithril comes out, this is gonna be insane, but adamantite, you look amazing, baby. Can't wait to get that. For now, though, I don't have enough cobalt. Lucky for me, Iceland is only a weird glowing portal away. I headed down into the nearest cave I could find in hopes cobalt would be easier to get than thorium in the underground. As expected, I was right. It was so much more common here. Maybe it's the sub-biome that I'm in that spawns more underground, but I swear it's around every corner down here. Now, to be clear, these veins are not massive. I found nothing similar to the lovely 8 veins you get in Minecraft. But alongside all the cobalt, I also need heavy leather. Previous armors have taken the light and medium variants, but now I have to pretty much fight large things, which is why I thought a moose would work. There's gotta be heavy leather. Light leather? What is this? Yo, what up, sir? I haven't fought you before, freaky deaky man. Oh, Yetis have heavy hide. Lots of it. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, the mooses, or meeses, or meese, I don't know, had light leather, which makes 0 sense at all. So instead, I tried to locate more Yetis, which I thought would be easy to find. They were not, and I ended up fighting wolves in the forest. The next few days, I am still on the hunt, but the glacier sub-biome was to the rescue. Polar bears chill up here, or were chilling up here before I single-handedly caused global warming and wiped them out and put them in my inventory. Another Yeti also stumbled into view, probably trying to figure out why his food supply was disappearing, not knowing I'd be the one eating him. I will say, being out in the cold biome for so long did net me a good amount of ice essence, which I'm sure I'll be using later. Everything in this game is used for something at some point, and if you don't have like 200 of it, then you have to go grind it later. That's pretty much how the cobalt went. I originally grabbed like 75, and after getting back home with 50 more, I probably still barely only have just enough. Thank goodness for these upgraded furnaces though, because otherwise I might have had to wait like 3 hours, and now it's only 2. Cobalt sword, the cobalt daggers, cobalt short bow, the cobalt pickaxe, the cobalt hatchet or axe, and of course, the last stuff, the cobalt helmet, the cobalt chestplate, the cobalt gauntlets for my fingers, and the cobalt greaves or the leggings, and we are completely out of cobalt and leather. But there we go, we got the full cobalt set, dude. We are looking spiffy. Is this the diamond of this world? I really have no idea, but like, heck yeah, we're ready for action, dude. Fight me, fight me, fight me. You won't. I have no idea who I'm talking to. Dude, this is nice to have. Okay, wait, the test. The thorium pickaxe breaks this block in 6 hits. Okay, this is the exact same as thorium. That is unfortunate. I was really thinking cobalt would be better than thorium. Guess not. Day not as funny number anymore. I wanted to do some more farming. I had been traveling the world for quite some time just to get an armor set that grants me nothing of value, and I need a break. So I'm just gonna complete the farmer's table. Why not? In order to do that, I have to grow a certain amount of each crop in order, starting with turnips. I also need a specified log for every upgrade that gets harder to find as you go. For this upgrade, all I needed was oak and for my turnips to fully mature. But there was more I could do. We are on our farming arc, and stuff's gonna need to expand. Specifically, the back of my house is gonna need to be farmland, and it's gotta be flat. Now, there isn't a shovel in the game, so it's really all up to my pickaxe to do this work. Just in time too, as my turnips grew, and we made the last 2 greater essence we need for the tier 4 upgrade. Unfortunately, it just keeps getting harder from here. So I filled the farmland with more water and lit it up. Then we started working on the next big thing, pumpkins and aubergines, or eggplants, I think. The only issue with growing these is, yes, the life essence value per harvest grows, but I have to buy the seeds and still make multiple great life essences for the upgrades. So just growing these isn't enough. I had to plant in a full field of wheat in order to get more, as I was lacking. When the harvest came around, I was right. It was much easier to meet the essence quota, allowing for the tier 5 upgrade, which now unlocks tomatoes and chilies. But I also need cedar wood, which happens to be in the Iceland territory. Or at least I suspected so at the time. Oh, is this wheat? Is this wheat? Oh, is this natural wheat? Oh, give me this. This is goated. Give me this. Give me this. I'm looking for logs and I just find natural wheat. Give me all this essence. What is this? Is this a house? Someone live here? Hello? Outland sorcerer. Yo, what up? Oh, I just collected redwood. Okay. What is, poisoned bog deadwood? What's in here? Doomed outlander sword. Yo, that's like as good as my sword. I guess I'll keep that. Gauntlets +7. Okay, those suck. Originally, I didn't think anyone lived here, but when I went to their grand hall, I think everyone and their mother, plus a few dogs, were in here. Thankfully, I had plenty of arrows to just tick down their health, because if I went in there now, that's a surefire way to die. But I desperately wanted their loot, as after wasting a lot of arrows, I jumped in, cutting down as many weird Outlander men as I could. I really want to know these guys' backstories, but dipping them off the face of the earth seems like a better idea. After that raid, I did find the cedar log I was in need of and could head back. Back at base, the tomatoes were done and checked off the list. Last were the chilies. Okay, I need 4 greater life essence. How many can I make? 3? Probably after these I'll be able to make 4? I don't know. Why does this workbench take so much effort? Guys, please leave a like for Farming Simulator, okay? Like, that's what my Hytale has turned into. But let's be real, I'm doing this for the love of the game. Y'all saw how much I loved farming in the 100 days farming video I did, and this just brings back all the good memories from that. Okay, that's what I want. This whole area will make farms. The rain. If the rain helps me, I can grow faster. So hurry up. Give me all this essence. Oh, so much essence. So much essence. Then we have that. We have that. And then I need to craft 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then upgrade to tier 6. Okay, nice. We need dry or bottle trees. We need rice and cotton and greater... Okay, all right. Understood. Back to the grind. Planting all of the crops that I can afford with my essence, then heading off to find the correct wood type, this time thinking it would be in the desert. My first attempt at the dry log was incorrect, but since the tree was so massive, I thought it could be used for smelting later. As for the dry, it's right here, so easy peasy. All right, we have enough dry wood, we just gotta grow the crops again. That's... You love it and you know it past me. I sold a bunch of the lower tier crops in order to buy more seeds, then refilled in the farmland with a bunch of turnips, a slightly higher tier food that should allow for much more essence. That way I can purchase even more rice and cotton seeds. Ooh, did these all just grow overnight? That's actually kind of crazy. Most of these grew overnight. Okay, I want to harvest all of it at once because I spent 500 essence on all of that. Okay, so we got nearly 600. I think we made 50 essence out of that, but if I turn all of this into... Oh, I understand the business now. Okay. Let's craft all of these and just plant them down. Oh my word, we're gonna have so much essence. Okay, I understand now. I was struggling with the farms, mostly because I thought that when you picked up one of them, you should be rewarded with, at the very least, its price, but you aren't. If you sell it into essence, the essence of life, like the turnips, for example, if you sell them back, you get so much more essence of life, which is insane. And that's how you probably get to the point of being able to afford all of the eternal seeds. Oh yeah, I haven't even mentioned eternal seeds yet. Let's just say those are too costly for my current time frame. But my upgrade to the next tier was going splendidly. The pumpkins, for 1, look amazing fully grown, but 2 were a massive reward, selling for far more essence than I expected. So guys, I think I've figured out the key to farming. I have 29 greater essence of life. That's amazing. We have 33 out of 50 rice. Wait, if these grow, we might have 50. Oh, shoot. I'm a couple rice short. Oh, wait. I can sleep and it'll just be done. I love this game. The next morning, we made our tier 7 upgrade, which is the last one before we get to the maxed out crops. This time, we had to grow potatoes and onions, which looked clearly too realistic for me. But after harvesting more rice for essence, I bought the rest of the tier 8 requirements and let them grow. The main thing I need now is sallow wood, which I had thought to be in a biome I had yet to explore. One far across an ocean and hard to get to, the volcanic region. My first tree was an absolute bust, clearly not what I am looking for. All right, we're just gonna look for sallow. Maybe it's part of this village over here. Why does that thing have a scythe? All right, we're gonna run through this place as fast as possible. Heck the rhino toad, man, absolutely not. Why is there green water? Is it a dead horse? Okay, as you can tell, I was not liking my surroundings, which would all change when I met Boney. Hello, skeleton horse. How goes it? Mount? Oh, I can ride a horse? Oh my word, I didn't even know that. This is sick. What? Oh my word, I can even sprint. Oh, Nelly. This horse is the goat. All right, find me that wood, horse. Wait, is that it over there? Maybe it makes up this building. Wait, is that a cow? Undead cow. Oh, he's trying to hurt me. He's trying to hurt me, bro. Run. Boney and I set out to find the sallow wood, checking every new tree we found. Oh, these trees. It has to be these. It has to be these. There's no way. I don't even remember what I need anymore. I've been out here for so long. I don't even know what I need. Oh, horsey. How do I get off? How do I get off the horse? How do I get off the horse? I'm dead. Dude. And we're back at spawn. My dumb maneuvering put us into a 1 block wide lava crater. Good job, me. So Boney, perished, and I had to do the next walk of Shane. Shane? Who the frick is Shane? Walk of Shame. I'll call this one, the Walk of Bane, as in the bane of my existence. Me, I'm the bane. Anyway, I did make it back to the island, still on my hunt for the sallow wood, which turns out doesn't even spawn here. Okay, well it does, it's just not on this particular island. So I'll spare you the details, but I had to travel to another volcanic island to search there. Which is where I didn't find it. I did locate adamantite for the first time though, and some other stuff. Wait, is that adamantite? Hold on. I'll find a farmer, find a guy with a gun. Oh, okay, so there is just adamantite around. What is that? What is that? That thing looks insane. I hit it for 6? Oh, no. It's an ember wolf? I don't believe you. That thing was crazy. Oh, it has heavy hide. Okay, good. Dude, this guy looks amazing. I won't even lie. This needs to be turned into a boss. Hit me again and I die. Okay. That guy, crazy cool. That guy, I'm gonna fight from afar from now on. Yet, even with all of my discovery on this island, sallow wood was nowhere to be found. So we try again and maybe pick up another Boney along the way. Why does the horse have infinite stam in the water? The horse is better than a boat, dude. Not that I know how to make those, but what am I doing? Boney was back, and better than ever. He does sometimes sink, though. Which leads us to this island. Thousands of blocks of travel away, and housing even more creepy creatures. But what it had most of all was the sallow tree. A single tree that had to give me at least 100 logs. However, after all of my struggle, it did, and we were done. Boney took me home, not able to fit his fat butt through the portal himself, and got me to do the upgrade. We're finally back with the right wood. Dude, that took for freaking ever. I don't even know how to describe the pain I went through to do that, but now I can harvest my onions and potatoes. Finally. Tier 8. I have everything in the farmer's workbench unlocked. In fact, I have every... What do you mean more? What do you mean there's more? There's 9? Yeah, that's the one we aren't doing. But the tier 8 upgrade did allow me to make a chicken coop and capture crates. So what I'm hearing is I could make my own McDonald's. Now, finding a chicken to do some tests on was the hard part. I've seen 3 this entire video, and I wasn't sure if I would... Oh, wait, there's one right there. However, after capturing him and taking him home, I tried placing him into the chicken coop, but he kind of just didn't vibe with the place, I guess? Maybe he wasn't a 050 chicken. Maybe he was a king. But either way, we parted, and I left the chicken coop task for a future me. I've got my sights set on adamantite anyway, the true king of this land and the signal for completion for me. I found this one surprisingly easy to get. However, it wasn't in large veins at all. In fact, it was probably the most scarce ore there was, as after this random biome ran dry, I was finding it difficult to get more and more. Even with Boney and I attached at the hip, I couldn't seem to find any. It's like it only spawned in certain places. So we switched continents again, having Boney in the place of a boat. On this side of things, I was fighting more mobs and getting my butt handed to me while not locating the ore. All until the wasteland changed from volcanic to maybe acidic growth? I'm coming up with the biomes and sub-biomes names on the fly because I never pay attention. Here, I found much more adamantite. This place had much adamantite as it has lots to give. Sure, it was guarded by the best of them. These ember wolves are insanely awesome, but they didn't stop me from claiming my prize. I also remembered a teleporter this time, so I can come and go as I please. Mostly making the portal because I don't know how much adamantite I need for a full set. The last time I did cobalt, I had over 100 and I still didn't have enough. Plus, as I've said, the greater the armor, the more you need ore for it. So I'm harvesting as much as I possibly can before I leave. Oh, finally, I'm glad to be back. All right, wow, we have a lot to smelt up. Okay, take all that out, turn that on, take all that out, put all this in, turn that on. Need to turn all the hides that I got into leather. So basically what I'm seeing is we have 17 heavy leather. And how much do we have cooking up here? 7. So we have 24 heavy leather. In total for the armor, we need 24. Okay. But the other stuff requires 4, which is 28 in total, 31 in total, 34 in total, 37, and 40. So we need 40 heavy leather. And it's bear extinction day. I thought at first it would be easy to just kill the bears all around my base because they do give heavy leather, but they normally only drop 1 at a time, and with another 15 to get, that's gonna take forever. While on the flip side, I could just head to Iceland, where the polar bears here can end up dropping you 3 heavy leather, while falling just as fast. In specific, the best place to find them is at the glacier subbiome. I presume because of how flat it is up here, it's easier for them to spawn. Either that or they just like it up here. But after multiple days, yeah, the grind is insane, I was able to get back home to my ores, which hadn't really smelted. So I played a game with the furnace. It's called the staring game. Whoever blinks first, hopefully gets upgraded in the next update. I think it blinked. Okay, let's put up our other set of gear. I still believe these 2 sets are the exact same, so I don't know why I upgraded, but we did. And now, come down here. And the final set of armor, adamantite helmet, adamantite chestplate, adamantite gauntlets, and the adamantite leggings. But of course there's more. The adamantite sword, the adamantite daggers, the adamantite short bow, and both the adamantite hatchet and its pickaxe. Oh my word. Finally, the final set in the game. We look goated, baby. Ooh, dude, this stuff looks sick. Okay, all right. Well, I mean, unfortunately, Mithril doesn't exist yet. And this is the highest set in the game right now, but it looks so good. It gives you projectile resistance, physical resistance, and increased light attack damage. Oh my word. These things are goated. All right, I need to see what damage this does. I need to see the bow. The bow does 29 as what, opposed to 23? Okay. And 16 as opposed to 11. That's not that bad. All right, I like this stuff. Day 93. We are so close to discovering everything this game has to offer, including checking out its other dimensions. And I can't say no to other dimensions, so we're gonna craft ourselves an ancient gateway. Place this in your base to tear down the barriers and travel to other fragments. Or worlds. In this case, we have 3 different variations. I believe the easiest one right off the rip is the Wind Rider Valley. So we're gonna craft that first, and we're gonna see if we can go portal hopping. Oh, this looks so cool! This gateway, combined with one of the fragments, will open up a different kind of portal, one that takes you to a world full of lore, but not much else. Oh my goodness. Time until portal closes. Okay, so we have 6 minutes to walk around here. And I guess, oh my word, wait, there's alligators. Yo, what up, man? Yo, you're a new freaking memory. I'm in the best gear in the game, and he just, like, basically almost one-tapped me. This thing has so much health, that's insane. And he's got heavy hide. No wonder he's crazy with it. Other than the mobs, there really isn't much here. It seems to currently be a placeholder in order to draw you in, but not much else. This dimension in specific is one of the only biomes that actually does spawn something. The Mage Tower, a tower full of undead guarding their loot, but it's a breeze to me. We have adamantite. In pertains to their loot, it wasn't anything good. To be fair, when you are the richest in the game, how can one's loot compare? I assume later down the line, the game will be full of epic loot, mythical items that you have to find in these places, doing it all through these other dimensions, but right now, I'm running out of time in here. Oh, time till portal closes. Oh no, did we die in here? The portal's about to close, and I am, oh no. Oh, we just get happily kicked. Okay, fantastic news. Well, we're back. But I guess, oh, we did get some bookshelves for decoration. So like, I guess I could, bang, bookshelves. And then, another grimoire for my collection. All right, let's make the next one. We're going straight to the Dread Wade. This requires adamantite, so this was like a very expensive to make. Let's read what this one has to offer. This feature is under development. 7 minutes to explore, 3 minutes during Void Breach. A ravenous menace lurks at the heart of the swamp. The murky shallows are home to dangerous fauna. Few have experienced the terrors that lurk in Orbis' murkier depths. Further still have returned unchanged. We positive I'm ready for this? All right, well, we're gonna do it. We have the best items in the game, we may as well go. Once again, this place's atmosphere is crazy, but the loot or mobs are kinda the friends we made along the way. There lies a massive tree trunk in the middle of this dimension with an untold boss, this time being a frog. Is it really just this frog? I expected like, I don't know, maybe like a cool snake? It doesn't even have to be working, it could just be sitting here. Is that really all that's in this biome? Like, this dimension has so much it could offer, and it's just this? Oh man, it is, isn't it? Well, I guess that's the placeholder boss, that toad. That thing was cool. Well, the very last one that we can make is the Dragon Spire. This ancient gateway is the last one in our list, but I need Essence of Ice. Of course I need Essence of Ice. Let me go to Iceland real quick. Thankfully, the nest of ice skeletons is like right next to our portal. How many did we get? 2? I only needed 2. Now I should be able to craft the Orbis Dragon Spire, the last of the dimensions offered in the game. Hold on, let's read it. Obviously, this feature is under development. We have 7 minutes. A mythical beast sleeps here, bound in an eternal slumber. There are frozen forests into which not even an outlander dares set foot, no matter how the whispers beckon. Legends about this region's name pile up, mountains obscuring the sky, towering trees glazing the clouds, or perhaps ancient creatures born of elemental ice slumbering among the peaks. Okay, well, there's a lot of story behind this. Let's see what we got in the first update. Ooh, okay. All right. This looks beautiful, though. I wish I could, like, actually build here. This is nice. But there is one thing here that sets apart from all of the other dimensions, and that is an actual boss. That's right. I dashed around frantically so that I could find the Frost Dragon. Oh, I found it. The work in progress dragon. The Frost Dragon. Dude, look at this thing. This looks sick. It doesn't wake up or anything. Like, you can't, it's kind of chilling though. Kind of just chilling. Well, that's it. That's the last thing. I mean, technically, that's like the last thing in the game. As for dimensions and mobs, I've seen it all now. But on day 97, I was told about a cave biome that exists under the volcanic waste by my chat. I also hear they added dinosaurs in a later update, but again, this was my first playthrough. So we journeyed off on Boney's back to get to the entrance of one of the volcanoes, because we're gonna jump in that thing, why not? Look where you mine, oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so I wanna go down there. I honestly just don't know how. Can lava catch you from a fall? If lava can catch you from a fall, I think I'll be okay, right? All right, here we go. Oh my word, we made it. Health potion. Oh my word, we made it to the underground jungle temple area, I think. The real beauty of this place is what it could become. If they do end up adding dinosaurs to this place, I sure hope you get to ride them. Hello. Oh, they've got practice dummies up here for arrows. Oh, that's cool. Is this like a civilization lost to us? Because I don't see anybody here. I mean, free stuff is free stuff. However, it doesn't seem like this place has any more to offer, so I took a nearby waterfall, don't ask me how it's down here, and got out. Boney and I returned to the portal pretty established as watchers for the game, having viewed every place I could. Oh, he still can't fit. But that means I'm on my own. For the final days, I really wanted to solidify my base, the first house I've ever built in Hytale. For one, the portals are kind of in a weird area, so I rearranged them. Since we only have 2, I figured it best to lead one to the other. The gateway is like a stepping stone into the teleporter. As for the farmland, it needed a bit of extending in order to match its other side, which meant getting more water and hoeing the land. I also thought it would be cool to plant down a few different crops in a pattern to make this area pop. But after not buying enough wheat the first time, I may have purchased all of the seeds I could. Those buttons are awfully close together. So I had to manually plant down like 3 of the 500 I bought. We didn't even have enough land for the rest of it, and I assure you, I tried. But this is enough wheat, okay? This is enough. Then they grew overnight, so on day 100, I could have all of the life essence I wanted for seeds. Now to make the farm look vibrant, I wanted to use seeds like carrots. Carrots, fully grown, look amazing, especially if we add some turnips, cauliflower, and lettuce to the mix. That way, on either side of the wheat, we'll have a colorful crop along with a green crop. I also didn't like the items at the front of the house, so I moved them over to one of the past farm locations in order to make an outdoor patio situation. The campfire in my eyes would be perfect for drying hide, so these two working together in a stone area just works in my head. As for there being a patio, I made a small kitchenette area with the chef's stove block just above the campfire in order to meld them together. From there, I did some final decorative crafting in the furniture workbench, which I really didn't use too much, placing a bunch of little odds and ends to the front of the house to add a pop, or a little bit of spunk if you will. But this was it. We were done. This was my first Hytale house and my first 100 days in it. For an early access game, I am pretty shocked at how polished it feels, and I definitely think y'all should check it out for yourselves. But don't think for a second that this is taking over Minecraft. Now I promised at the end of the video to give you my honest thoughts, so if you made it this far, feel free to hear me out, or just skip to my next video. The building in this game is super clean, the mechanics are fluid, and it has a lot of entities and biomes I didn't expect to see. However, after that, it's kind of a mess. Take it, I know this is an early access game, and I'm only spouting in hopes that it grows to what I know it can be. The reason to play the game after you get adamantite or even mithril when that comes out doesn't exist. Without a boss, it feels like all you do is work towards nothing. And as for the nitpicky stuff, biome generation needs a lot of work, requiring upgrades in biomes that are thousands of blocks away with virtually no way to travel is pretty demotivating. And don't get me started on the ores. I love that they only exist in specific biomes, that I wouldn't change, but raising how much you need as you go is pretty crazy since they lower the chance of you finding them. The leather you need for full armor craft is also a crazy amount, and with a hide item that doesn't make any sense. How a moose has light hide will never sit right with me. And how can a chicken drop hide? How is that even possible? Like, it could have just been feathers. Then we could have had that for arrows. I mean, Minecraft did that great. I don't know why we needed to change that. All in all, I'd give the game a 5 out of 10 right now. I personally won't be playing it again for at least another year or two as development continues. But I hope by then it'll be a game that can compete with people's Minecraft obsession, because we do need variety out there. If you enjoyed the video at all, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Minecraft content isn't going anywhere for me, so comment understood if you listen to my little rant. Love y'all, see you in the next one, peace.